My mother was in the hospital for 2 months in her deathbed. And my family was really concerned, and I flew to Florida to see her thinking that I was going to go watch her die. When we got there, there's a hallucination that I have that was missing in my life for one of the first times ever. When I look at people, I see an aura around everybody. When I look in your eyes, I see your soul in there. Now that could be totally a hallucination and delusional, or it could be true, I don't know. But that's an experience that I have, and looking at my mother, it wasn't there. And that was pretty shocking for me, because I interpreted that as my mom's dying, her soul is leaving her, and she's going to die. That was a traumatic experience for me. So a couple of weeks later, I'm walking down the street in San Francisco, and there's oncoming traffic. And something that happens to me so often I don't even notice anymore. While this bus was coming, I felt myself jump in front of it. And wham! Got hit by the bus. So, happens a lot to me. I drive down the road and I swerve in front of traffic, I drive into gas pumps and they blow up. Things like that happen all the time. They're not that big of a deal anymore. But if you take somebody and they have that intense and that kind of an experience, and they have it once or twice in their life, they think it's incredibly significant. They talk about the vision they have. It's so significant in their lives. But if you find somebody who does it constantly and doesn't understand it, they think it's a horrible experience. But those that have it all the time and gain some insight and understanding see it as no better, no worse, no different from any other experience. No matter what we do, we can find meaning in it, or it can be a meaningless experience. Whether it's talking one-on-one with somebody, or having a hallucination. It's not really that much of a difference from the point of perspective. But this one was different. As soon as the bus hit me and killed me, I jumped inside of my wife and turned and totally freaked out. Just totally lost it. I can't believe my husband just killed himself right in front of me. I can't deal with it. And I'm like staggering down the road in shock of what had happened. Only nobody said I was staggering down the road, so it was probably all in here. But after about a half a block, I turned to my wife Ellen, and I said, I got to tell you what just happened. She goes, what? And I said, well, I remember that bus went by, I jumped in front of it and it killed me. And she said, so? You do that all the time. And I said, yes, but this one was different. And I explained it to her. And the more I would think about it, the more I came to realize that that was my mind's ability to process this really important thing that was happening in my life. I ran a retirement home. Had 104 elderly people, and I watched many of them die. And I watched lots of them have a really traumatic illness like my mother just went through. And they didn't last a long time after that. They generally don't recover and live to 100 when at 80 they had that kind of a health crisis. So because of that experience in my life, I'm dealing with that through my ability to hallucinate. It helped me to sort that out.